right now I'm taking the DIY tarp survival shelter and I'm setting it up into the super shelter type of setup. And what I'm going to do is throw a thermometer in there and show how the temperature is before I start a fire. And then we're going to start a fire out front and see how hot we can get it in there, or how warm, to simulate basically if I'm stuck out there, make a fire, and see how it works. So right now I've got it set up. I've closed this end in. I've got to make a somewhat of a door in the front that I can just pull closed when I get in. And when I get that done, I'll give you a look. So what I've got going on is got that set up, and as you know, the ends are open. So what I did over here on this side is I just stacked some branches over it and then filled it in with some brush and piled it on there. On this side here, I basically took some branches and tied it off at the base of the branch, and then up some, and started weaving in some fir boughs, fir tips in with that, so I can use it as somewhat of a door and pull it closed. Now what I'm going to do is I got a thermometer. I'm going to show you the outside temperature now, and then put it inside, start a fire, and see how much it changes. That's the plan. So I've got this out right now, and if you can see that, it's right around 40 degrees. It's not super cold out here, but we're still going to be able to see the increase in temperature regardless. And it's like 4 Celsius. So I'm going to just set this in on tripod so it's up off the ground inside the shelter, and we'll see how it goes. You see, got that going, letting it burn down now, and I'll keep adding to that. But the wind, as you see, the wind's blowing in that direction, so I shouldn't get too much sparks basically on my shelter. But what I did here, like I said, I've got it closed off by just taking and piling a whole bunch of brush there, and you still have lots of room in there, kind of deal. This side here I've got it close pinned off, and then that up against for the door. But I still have all kinds of room, like I say. Don't know what we're going on here, but you can see it's reflecting. So that's what's supposed to heat this up, is just to reflect. Now, I don't know if I can, no, I can't read that. So, a little bit, I'll lift up this front and look in there and see what the temperature is. I've only been running it like basically all around 2 minutes so far, so it's just warming up. What I just showed you is about 5 minutes after this was going. And now it's actually going pretty well. And I'm going to check and see what the temperature is now. But I could have, a fire this big or a longer fire that's not quite as high kind of deal for in front of this. But the plastic is not hot. But we're going to check the inside temperature there now. It's burning pretty good there right now. As you've seen, in 10 minutes, it's up, up to 70 degrees pretty much. So I'm going to let it go for about another 10 minutes and see what it does, kind of deal. But, like I said, ouch, that's warm. So, like I said, this here is not hot. So it's just from the radiant heat reflecting off of the fire that's warming up in there. Now, I'm going to let that go, like I said, for 10 minutes. We'll check it again. So I just adjust the fire a little bit, put a couple more on. And what I'm going to do now, it's been another 10, I think, 5-10 minutes. We're going to check the temperature the way it is. So the wind, like I said, is going that way, as you can see by the smoke. So this here is only getting radiant heat. That's all it's getting. And this here, like I said, is not even hot. So it's just radiating through the plastic and then reflecting the way it's supposed to work as a super shelter. Now, I'm going to stick the camera back underneath there and we'll check the temperature again. Okay, so that showed that this here is staying right around 70 degrees or 20 Celsius, which is a very good, nice temperature. You'd be cozy in there. And so, I'm very happy with that, because if it was colder temperatures out, I'd make a bigger fire. And then I'd still be able to maintain those temperatures, just use a bigger fire. It's showing me that it works with this setup. And that's what I wanted to find out. So I think it's a success. So thanks a lot, and thanks for coming along with my tests and checking this out with me. I'm liking it. I can close off the ends, I can get in there, and I've got room to sleep and such, and I know that I can keep comfortable even in cold temperatures. Thanks a lot, and take care.